What is going on, my dudes and dudettes? It's Sean you with SNES Serpentarium, and today we're going to talk about how to build an incubator. So, if you're new around here, guys, make sure you subscribe, smash the notifications bell. I'm making videos daily at the moment. When I go back to uni, I don't know how long that'll last for, but I will be uploading consistently and answering any questions you've got. Active comment section down below where we really do chat a lot, so make sure you comment down below and I'll definitely get back to you. So getting straight into it then, guys, building an incubator. There are a few different ways to do it. You can either use a poly box like what's up there. Hold on, if I just move my camera, see, like a polystyrene box. That'd probably be the cheapest way to do it, and then so all you've got to do then with the polystyrene box is just add a heat mat on the top of the poly box, and then what you want to do is get a good thermostat. It's got to be a pulse thermostat at the very least, and just pop that inside the tub where the eggs actually are and set it to your desired temperature. If it's a royal python, you want to set it to about 88 degrees Fahrenheit. If it's a house snake, I'd probably go a little bit cooler, maybe around 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Or even you could even go as low as 75 degrees Fahrenheit, but it does depend on what you're hatching out and how long you want to take for them to hatch. That's really important. Another thing you need to consider as well is if you heat from the bottom, what I find happens is all of the water from the vermiculite or whatever substrate you're using actually evaporates, and then what I find that can cause is your eggs to go moldy. So that's why I always recommend heating from above and the sides. Another method you could use is use one of these. This is actually a cooler bag, or you could use a cooler box. It's exactly the same principle. Heat from above and or from the sides, thermostat in the tub where the eggs actually are. But the actual method that I like to use personally is a freezer, a fridge even. Okay, so I've just got a fridge there. That's actually from when I got a new fridge. I haven't gone out and bought one. There's no sense in doing that. You just as well get a broken fridge or something. Someone will give one of those to you with no issues at all, and then you can just pick that up for free, save yourself a bit of money, and it'll do exactly the same job. I'll show you how I set that up in a second here, but I just want to say, before we go any further, you can buy store-bought incubators. I've bought them myself, but I haven't found them to be much good, to be totally honest with you. They're not very accurate with temperature. They swing a lot, and they're too small for the most part for anything other than perhaps leopard geckos or corn snakes. You couldn't really put any clutches of royals in this. It's too small. It's not really fit for purpose. And it does actually say in the instructions as well that the temperatures are only a guideline, so that just goes to prove my point. If you want to buy one. I'd recommend getting a second-hand one though. Save yourself a bit of cash, because you probably are going to want to make your own soonish after making it, really. Right, so we're in the incubator now. It's a pretty straightforward setup. So all I've got is the heat mat above. That's supposed to be stuck up there, but it's come loose. Doesn't really matter as long as that's accurate. There's nothing in that tub below, and then I have actually cheated a little bit here, and I've got this mat on the bottom, but it isn't actually connected to anything. Really simple setup. And what I'd recommend doing then is putting heat on the back, heat on the front door there, and heat on the sides. I wouldn't recommend putting heat on the bottom, but if you are going to do it, just use a smaller mat just so it doesn't get too warm. I do actually have a clutch of house snake eggs in there. Only 3 eggs are actually healthy. The rest were slugs, because I haven't actually paired my pair up since last October, and she's had 7 or 8 clutches, so I'm not surprised that only 3 out of the 7 or 8 that came out were fertile. Right, so I'll just move the camera here. Yeah, see, and if you can hear that now, I don't know how well that noise is getting picked up on the camera, but that's actually my temperature alarm. So I've got a temperature alarm fitted below. If the temperature drops, then the alarm goes off, or if it gets too hot, the alarm goes off. So I would recommend getting a stat like that, so you can actually hear then if anything's going wrong, and you'll be alerted. But there are lots of stats out there, but I would definitely invest and get a good one. This fridge setup, really, I like it, rather than a glass sort of opening fridge where you can see inside, just because I find this holds the temperature a lot better. It doesn't really matter you can't see the eggs, because that doesn't benefit the eggs at all, you seeing them. That's just for your own sort of you know, entertainment, or whatever you want to say about that. I just check on them then once a week, just have a little look, make sure nothing's going moldy or anything. If it is going moldy, I'll make a guide on how to deal with mold. I did put some items in the episode called 7 items a breeder needs, how to treat mold and stuff like that. I would recommend checking that video out if you haven't already. Yeah, so definitely I'd recommend making your own incubator. Just to summarize, over buying a store-bought one is cheaper, and it is much better. The difference is night and day, to be honest with you, between making your own and buying a store-bought one. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. Thanks for watching, as always. If you liked the video, make sure you like the video, comment down below, subscribe if you haven't already, smash that notifications icon, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, guys.